fling golf fanatics around the world, are you ready? Welcome to the show that kicks in the door to the biggest World League fling golf season yet. This is WLF Unleashed with the Hardcore Harveys, the official podcast of the 2026 World Fling Golf League Pro Tour. We're diving headfirst into the 2026 season, from the 4 major tournament events that define champions, to the regional battles where legends are born, to international pride on the line in the Britain's Cup. You want the inside scoop on WLF? We've got player interviews, venue breakdowns, and exclusive updates straight from the WLF commissioner himself. But we don't stop there. Whether you're chasing a title or chasing your first perfect fling, we're bringing you tips, techniques, and proven practice strategies to level up your game. Every throw, every round, every time. This is more than a show. WLF Unleashed is the heartbeat of the tour, the voice of the players, and the home of fling golf fans everywhere. So aim high and let it fly. Because the season starts right now.
What is up, Hardcore Nation? Welcome to WLF Unleashed, the podcast where we talk about all things World League Fling Golf. We are your hosts, the Hardcore Harveys. Hardcore,
Mrs. Hardcore,
the teacher. Great show tonight. I'm going to have a little bit different setup tonight. The commissioner was not able to be with us live, so we pre-recorded his segment. And we are going to be posting his segment at the conclusion of the live on Facebook and YouTube so that his segment will be available. And just to make everybody aware, during his segment is when we're also releasing all the updated points and the updated rankings. We went through all that with him, but the segment was too long for us to incorporate into the live. So we're going to then just do it as a 2-part series. So the first part will be live with all of our guests tonight, and then the second part will be with the commissioner on the pre-recorded session. So with that said, hey, babe.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
I'm here every week.
I know, but
it's
more exciting for me this time because we're just coming off a really good tournament.
Yeah.
We got to play together for the first time.
And we survived.
I think we did great.
I think we did okay. We have some work to do as a team.
Yeah, but we did okay relationally.
Oh,
we continued
better than normal.
We continued to be in love after the doubles.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because people don't know the story, but real quick, the first time we played together in Virginia last year,
I declared that I shall never play with you again.
Yes, you made the statement that you will never play with me
Which is why Joy Hooter and I are playing together, because she had a very similar experience.
Yes. But however, I feel like in my defense, I've matured a lot as a partner.
You have.
And your teammate.
You have.
And
I'm proud.
But also in your credit, you've gotten a lot better than when you were the first time that I was frustrated.
A smidge.
Yeah. So anyway, so you had a great tournament.
I did.
Finished seventh.
Mm-hmm.
Your best.
I cannot complain. There was a couple frustrating shots, and there was only one that was just super stupid. But yeah, I'm super happy with how I played. So.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah. I gotta tell you something though.
Okay.
I didn't put my eyebrows on tonight.
Well, we have to.
Listen,
we should stop the broadcast.
No, I just thought people needed to see
the real you,
raw Taylor.
Taylor.
This is how it's.
Very exciting. Raw Taylor.
Well, I told everyone I had my eyebrows on last time. So
you did.
Today I don't.
You did.
This is me.
All right. So are you looking forward to playing with Joy at the
we ordered shirts.
Oh Lord.
You and Jacob, you'll see a special reveal there, or you don't get to see until we wear them.
Okay. Did you get 4 of them or 2 of them? Like, I mean, are we like
No, wait, she
just
and
you
I.
and Joy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank goodness. Who knows? Who knows? You didn't like the ones I suggested?
But okay, but when are you going to order them?
The mirrored one, the
Oh,
disco ball one.
right.
I found some disco
Yes.
ball golf shirts. You didn't like that
Maybe
one?
John Travolta will come and show us all
All
how
right.
to dance.
All
while
right.
we're there.
Anyway. All right. Tonight's show, guys. So episode 7. Welcome, obviously us, and then we've already done the Commissioner's Corner. So we are going to be talking to the New Swarm Classic champions here. We're going to bring the one and only, the Showtime Austin Ebersol up first to talk about what a big weekend it was for him and all the things. Actually, it was a big weekend for his whole family.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of firsts last weekend. We're going to be talking to our women's division classic champion, A10 Amy Lewis. Don't need to talk to me because I'm already here talking. So
Right.
had a good tournament real quick. Obviously was happy with being able to get the win, but definitely lots of pressure going to be applied to the hardcore because everybody is playing better. You can tell guys are getting better. So it's definitely on my mind. It's definitely on my mind.
You know, Tomcat threw down a new gauntlet, right?
What? Oh, I forgot the shirt and the hat. Tomcat, I apologize, sir. I forgot the shirt and the hat. It's in the car, so I'm definitely not getting it.
Right.
What's the new gauntlet?
That now we have to play as a doubles team with him and his daughter
Against them.
against them.
All right. Why does the guy keep wanting to get beat? I mean, Tomcat, why you want to keep getting beat, man? Like, I'm kidding. Tomcat's awesome. He did a great job. So that was fun. Definitely want to get a shout out to Tomcat and whoever was involved in that whole thing.
The making of the shirt.
The making of the shirt, that was a very awesome gesture, and I was very flattered and humbled, and it was a fun time, and it was cool when the whole shirt reveal happened. That was pretty fun. So also tonight we're gonna be talking about the West Virginia Doubles Championship with the one and only Aquajon. Then we're going to be talking to Tim Durr about a new website that he has developed, built, AI'd, whatever, all the things. I think a little bit of everything. It's a player stats website that I've seen some previews of it. Its capabilities are pretty slick. And then we're going to finish tonight talking about the 2 regionals that are coming up right after the West Virginia's Double Championship, the week after. So there wasn't another podcast in between. So we're going to help them preview the Kerr Lake Open with David Norton. And then we're going to talk about the Fox Den Pro-Am event with the one and only Sabotage Johnny Sands also. So we've got a lot to get through. So we are going to kick it off unless there's anything else you got.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. So we are going to get ready here. And we are going to bring on the one and the only 21-time. Actually, I got to give him his due here. I made a thing for him. 21-time WLF tournament champion and returning to world number 1, clean sweep of the weekend, return to number 1, and we're going to hear I want to hear about the story behind the Ringmaster jacket.
I was hoping he'd wear it.
Oh yeah, he should have wore it. The one, the only. With no further ado, Showtime Austin Ebersol. Showtime, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you. Glad to be here. And the Ringmaster jacket is officially hanging up in the pro shop above all my trophies. So I was not going to climb back up there to get it down, but I should have done it. So I am sorry to have failed you.
No, you're good.
No, we'll be more interested in the story whenever we get to that part. But so, man, listen, long time coming. You've been so close. A lot of heartbreak around this tournament for you. Couple times ball didn't bounce your way. Just you're right there and finally got it done. Like, just want to hear about the emotional experience for you when you knew you finally had it done.
Man, it was, I don't know, like it was such a rush because I kind of blacked out Sunday morning when I was like 4 under through 8 holes. Like I was definitely having like a Tiger Woods out of body moment. But I will say that it's so funny because everybody knows that I was bogey free on Saturday. And then I got all the way to the 32nd hole, which was the Island Green par 4. And we were all thrown into that 30-mile-per-hour wind. But I threw a great approach shot. I was about 16 feet from the cup. And as I was waiting to hit my birdie putt, I saw Brooke and Britt and the girls walking over. And it was the first time that like I lost all focus on what I was doing, and it hit me like a brick. That I was 3.5 holes away from winning my first New Swarm Classic, and it was such a rush. I ended up 4-putting for a freaking double bogey, and like just completely, I just wasn't there. And even Brett and Sam were like, "We've never like seen you do that," and I'm like, I wasn't. My brain was absolutely washed out because I was like, oh my God, like I'm going to do this because anybody that was at the New Swarm Classic in 2024, Sam and I were tied going into the last hole. And I had about a 5-foot par putt that literally hit the lip and lipped out. And that's how I lost. And I went over to the stone bridge on the Island Green. And I probably sat there for 45 minutes to an hour, just not talking. I just sat on the side of the bridge and was just kind of like, I didn't know how to handle the loss because it was like, 1 minute I'm thinking we're about to go to extra holes, and the next minute I lose, and like after all the hard work, and it was a tough loss. So being on the Island Green, seeing the girls made me get emotional, and then I don't know if anybody was recording, but you can see me turning around and like looking at the bridge, and I got really emotional thinking about that moment, like I am right now, and it was just, I don't know. It was so cool because I just wanted to win at home. Navy was praying for it every night. She's like, "Dear God, please let my daddy win." And she was praying for Brooke and I too. So, but man, I'm here. We are almost, a week and a half later, and I'm still on cloud nine. And it just was the coolest weekend I've ever had in fling golf.
So like coming into this thing and then watching the doubles when we got the chance to play with you guys, which by the way, blessing for us, man. We had a great time, and we just learned a lot as a team, and just to get to experience the level of team play that you guys played at. But like you were just in my opinion, you were in complete control of the weekend. Like I told Taylor afterwards, after the doubles thing, I said he's going to win. Like
He did.
like it just everything felt like you had put all the pieces together. What would you do? You think that's accurate? Do you think that's like, how do you feel? How'd you feel leading up to it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever want to say I knew I was going to win, but how I putted with you guys on Friday and
Yeah.
how I was able to knock down 4, 5, 6, 7 footers to save par, I was just like, okay, like let's go. Cause I'm a momentum putter. If I'm dropping them early, my confidence just goes through the roof now to start making 15, 20 footers. And, it was just really cool. That everything finally clicked because I've been waiting. It's been a while since I've had a tournament like that. I mean, I was on in Missouri last year. I was on at Richmond, but they were 27 hole formats because of, well, we had the rain delay in Missouri. So like I had a good day, but I've been due for like just a weekend where I'm just running rampant. And, I mean, my approach shots were on, my putting was lights out. And even if I'd missed the green, my sidecar, I was leaving myself tap in. So, admittingly though, with you guys on Friday, which was a fun round, Brooke and I had an absolute blast playing with the two of you. I kind of knew, like I knew laying in bed Friday night, I'm like, everybody might as well just pack up because I just felt it.
So how were you able to navigate the wind like so much better than like
Lord.
because listen, like I played really well, and Sunday, like the wind, I was baffled. Like I had no idea what to do. Like, how is it just from playing there, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like that's every round I play in the wintertime, just actually 15, 20 degrees colder than what it was that was last weekend. So, like, Neil and I have played hundreds of rounds in January, February over the last 4 years where it's 20, 30 mile per hour winds. It's air temperature of 45, but feels like 27. And I mean, I was wearing shorts all weekend because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just be a man here. Like, unlike main event, who had to wear Under Armour underneath his Brolo. Um, this dude got these huge guns. His arms are bigger than my head, which is huge. And he's wearing Under Armour, and I'm like, what a wimp, man. The dude he can't even call himself main event anymore. He's the Florida event. If you
No.
can't handle, 50 degrees and some wind. Love you, DeRusha. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the wind. I'm used to it. That's why I always joke with people. Like, I've won all over the country because everywhere we go doesn't have any wind like we have. So, if I can control my shots in 30-mile-per-hour wind when there's nothing, I feel like I'm bullseye.
Gotcha. So do you feel like there's a monkey off your back now?
Dude, I feel like there's like King Kong is off my back. Like, this was it. This was all I had to do in my career at this point. I could sit here and put everybody to sleep, but like I've done everything. I've won internationally. I've won the season. I've won the clubs. I've won doubles. I've won individual. I have the most. I have the first of this, the first of that. But the only thing I didn't have was a win with Brooke and a win at Delaware. And the boxes are freaking checked. I feel like either A, I'm going to get really lazy, which isn't going to happen, or B, I'm going to become an even better player because now I have nothing to lose. And I was I was reading a lot of Rory McIlroy last year when he won the Masters. And I mean, look how he played this year because the monkey was off. He didn't care. He was like, no matter what happens, I already have the green jacket. And that to me, I'm like, oh man, like, and I might have been telling Tim or Hooter or somebody I was talking to, I'm like, I actually feel like I'm going to be a better player now because now I can just play and I can actually enjoy the events a little bit more. Not that I didn't already, but I'm a high intense guy. Everybody knows I'm super competitive. So being able to check those boxes though and get King Kong off my back feels amazing.
Awesome, man. So, okay. So what you kind of talked about it, but like, where do you go from here now? How does it feel to be back on top, number one? Like, that's also a piece of the puzzle that I'm sure for you, maybe it wasn't as important as winning the classic, but I'm pretty sure it was a close second.
Yeah. I mean, like I said on the podcast 2 weeks ago, it was, if I won the classic, I knew number one was going to happen anyways. So it was kind of like, I don't want to shoot for being like, if number one was my main goal, then I don't think I was aiming high enough because technically I could get second and Sam could have got like fourth and I still would have been number one. But I knew winning would be the exclamation point on that. But I mean, dude, it does feel good. I mean, I spent 3 years telling people I was the best player in the world at this game. And, I haven't been able to do that now for the last 10 months, but you can bet your sweet butt it's coming back now that it's public knowledge. And I'm going to do it humbly, though. I mean, I feel like I was a good, humble number one for the first 3 years of this whole thing. And the only thing I'll say is I feel like there is now a lot of responsibility on my back to help lead this game even further and help advance it with getting more players, getting more eyes on the sport. And I feel like that's the responsibility as the number one player in the men's division. And I'm sure you feel that, and I'm sure the girls feel that over there too, where it's just like, we are the ones who need to lead the division by example on and off the course. And I'm excited to do that because, as you guys know, I love leading. I love getting everybody excited and into the game.
So,
you know what my takeaway?
Yeah, go ahead.
From with Austin. So specifically after the doubles. Okay, we need a bigger box. Two things.
okay.
After we were done,
Okay.
and they knew they won.
Okay.
He loved his wife. Very first thing. And the second thing was Navy's going to be so proud of us. And I was like, wife and baby's number one. I love it. After he thanked God, of course. But
Well done, sir.
that
Thank
stood
you.
out that like his main priority was to tell his wife how proud he was and how excited he was to tell his daughter that they did win after all her prayers. And that
You got my wife getting emotional.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. No, I appreciate that. No, I just, oh my gosh, I love my girls so much. And
yeah, you can tell. And I appreciate that about you.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Brooke sacrifices so dang much for me to be able to do this. And now that Navy's old enough, that's just really cool.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so on to something less serious but more fun. What's the story with the jacket, with the circus master ringmaster jacket?
All right, so we'll go back to 2023, and we were heading into the San Diego Open. And at this time in my career, I was more focused on the Showtime brand than I was Showtime the player. So I bedazzled a ringmaster jacket off of Spirit Halloween that I got, and I put Showtime in the back of it. And the funny thing was, it took me forever to bedazzle that damn thing because I've never bedazzled before. But I feel like it turned out pretty good. But I wore it there, and I remember walking around taking pictures with everybody, just having fun, being Showtime, you know. And I heard people in the staff being like, "Oh, this guy's like he better win if he's going to wear something like that." Like what a joke. And like I was like, jerks, like okay, whatever. And I end up getting fourth because we play 18 holes, we do a reset. I wasn't going to win either way. And I packed that damn thing up, and I was like, Brooke, I'm never wearing this stupid ass thing ever again. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, Britt. I did ruin part of the front desk. I burnt some of them way too hard, and like I definitely left some red and blue stains on the desk. It was so bad. So, but yeah, no. So I vowed to never break it out again, and then Navy saw it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? If I win the New Storm Classic, I will bring the Ringmaster Showtime jacket back because the monkey's off my back and I can be a goofball again and just have fun like I did in the beginning. So I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, I have a couple more reels scheduled to go out in the next couple days with it. And hey, Jeff, like we talked about, dude, it's all about getting people to make fun of us, upset them, whatever.
He's learned some lessons, Austin. He's learned some
Dude,
lessons.
not to go down a rabbit hole here, but like I asked Austin, I'm like, listen, I put out a lot of content, and like I said, dude, how do I get more than like just the Fling Golf faithful? And he's like, dude, you're doing. And I appreciate he's honest. He's like, dude, you're doing it all wrong.
Poke
He
the
goes,
bear.
you're being nice. He goes, you got to get people angry at you.
Yeah.
So I started posting like these.
I bet you can't beat me.
But yeah, about these clips about traditional golfers, and like the very first one got like 10,000 views, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like my other content's better,
And
but this is what everybody wants to do.
He's over here still trying to be nice. Like, thanks for your engagement. And I'm like, I'm exactly the opposite.
No, exactly.
I'm like, it's all engagement. It's all engagement.
She's over here blowing people up.
It's all engagement, but no, like, and it was funny because Jeff, as soon as I texted that to you, I was like, oh man, that kind of sounded like a dick move, like to just be that like cutthroat, being like, no, dude, your content's just it's not making it.
No, I appreciate it.
I started like sending more texts because I was like, oh man, I think my tone was too firm. I didn't mean it like I was like, I'm like, I suck at this right now. So I was just like, and you're like, okay, good. And so it was, listen, everything you put out is phenomenal. I love the clips and all of that. But unfortunately, in 2026, like people,
yeah,
they want attention.
I hate how the algorithm works because it's just like the only way our posts go viral is by people hating on us. And like, if we had a bunch of us being like, oh, great shot, love your shoes, like, congratulations, like, for some reason the algorithm's just like, yeah, we're not interested in this. Like, we want you to be called gay. We want you to be called like, hey, how hard was it to tell your dad you came out of the closet? Like the same stupid comment all the time.
Obviously you can't golf. Yeah, that's my favorite.
You can't golf, and I'm like, bro, I'm literally like the PGA Pro.
Anybody who sees you golfing should make fun of you.
Yeah, that was so. All right. Anyway,
I love the whole like, why are you guys wearing golf clothes? Like, what the hell are we supposed to wear? You think we're gonna wear swimming trunks and flip flops on the golf course? Like, come on, bros.
They probably really love your jacket.
Oh, listen, they do. Some of the guys love it down here in Rehoboth, that's for sure.
Oh, all right, man. So we'll get you out here on this. Who do you want to say thanks to, or how do you want to wrap up your final piece or final talk about what you accomplished?
Yeah, first and foremost, all thanks to God for providing me with opportunities to play this game, to share my house, my course with you guys, and through Him all is possible. So definitely can't not start with God. Want to give a huge shout out to Brooke for just, like I said, all the sacrifices. I mean, she was letting me play every day for weeks leading up to this event, even on Saturdays and Sundays when I was like, hey, I got to go for this. I got to go putt. I got to go sidecar. I got to go work on my approach shots. Shout out to my girls. I mean, Navy and Haven are like, they're the best, and I'm obsessed with them, and they're so supportive. And there's nothing in this world that makes me more like just happy than Navy, the way she looks at me when I win, or bring a trophy home. And like, it kills me how sweet it is. But shout out to the whole Titans crew. They all make me a better player. They make me a better leader, a better friend, a better father, a better husband. I have great people in my life, and everybody on the Titans, I love them so much. And quick shout out to the whole community, everybody that has my back. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for how many people stayed on Sunday to watch me have my moment. And I'm watching the clips back, and I see true happiness on everybody's face for me, and it just means a lot, because there's times where I feel like I'm not everybody's favorite, not a personal level, but people get, I do very well and I win quite often, and I feel like people get tired of it. But no, you're aware. But having a moment like that, where I felt loved by everybody and by the community and respected meant a lot. So thank you to everybody as well.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you being on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the new number one, or returning number one, New Swarm Classic champion, Showtime Austin Ebersol. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
The hand clap button.
Oh, I forgot the hand clap button.
There you go.
There we go. All right, up next, we've got the seven-time tournament champion, 2 doubles championships, 5 individual championships, A10, Amy Lewis, and I don't even know whether she is aware on the graphic that we just posted, she is the new women's number 1 player in the world after her win at the American Classic. Without any further ado, Amy Lewis, everybody.
Yay! And
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that.
What's that?
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow Showtime.
You just do it.
All right.
Well, congrats on everything. Congrats on the win. I literally just found out that you are now the women's number 1 player currently. How does all that feel?
No, it's awesome. I mean, I knew that it was going to be close between me and Britt. It could have really gone either way with how the last few tournaments have gone. Going into last year. But my main goal was just to win, and wherever I fell with that was going to be all right.
So you kind of led wire to wire. Like, did you feel like your game was just to the place that you felt like you were in control the whole time, or like did you have any uh-oh moments?
I mean that first Saturday, I didn't look, like every tournament's different on do I look at Golf Genius or not. But I decided I wasn't going to look. And I was feeling pretty good, even leading up to the tournament, I was feeling really good with how I was playing. And, I didn't really know where I was. I knew I was sinking birdies. And then at the end of the round to see, that I was even and had, 5 birdies was pretty awesome. I've never had a round like that in my life. I didn't know where I stood. I knew Brooke was playing awesome. She was in my group. She was putting lights out. So when I saw, where I came in, I was pretty happy with, how I played. And to have that even round was an accomplishment for sure.
So I've noticed something over the past couple months, and I understand, like us, part of it's weather related, but you seem like you kind of kicked it up a notch at some point about 30 to 45 days ago. And I started seeing more social media stuff. I started seeing more about out there practicing. So
3 feet of snow.
And yeah, 3 feet of snow. So did you, what was that actually intentional, or was it just, kind of, you caught a couple of nice days and decided to start playing?
No, I mean, with the winter that we had, it was kind of brutal not being able to play for so long. So, then when it finally cleared up to be able to get out there, I had to make the most of it and try and make up for lost time as far as practice goes. And then, the social media stuff, that is what it is. It's just fun. And, it is kind of fun to get people riled up a little bit. But, with the snow and everything, hey, we can't get out and play fling golf. So let's try and do some other fun stuff with it.
Listen, I'm still getting used to the social media hate thing. Like, that's hard.
Petty Betty is where it's at.
My wife, she loves to be petty. So,
I need you to come on some of mine and be petty, all right?
Oh, so favorite thing about the weekend? Favorite thing, whether it was doubles tournament, anything happened in the individual tournament that stood out to you?
I mean, there was definitely a couple. I think one of my favorite things was Molly being there and being able to play with her. It was really awesome that she came over. And I'm glad that I got to play with her on Saturday. But just being able to have, my family there, off and on was pretty great. And to be able to be there for that final moment, it's always special that they can be there.
So speaking of your family, have you had some cameraman tutorials after the event? Because I know you were having some cameraman trouble at the end.
She's probably gonna have it process soon for new ones.
I think you saved us there. Let's not bring that up. You're gonna be watching later, okay?
All right, so now you're at the top, and now obviously that puts a different kind of target on your back. In a good way. What do you do now to keep it going, to try to stay where you're at, and keep having the level of success that you've had this year?
I think that really it comes down to my mental state. Even towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, I feel like I've kind of figured that part of the game out a little bit better. I feel like that was kind of holding me back before. So I think I just need to stay, level-headed and in my head, where I need to be. And I think that'll continue to help me have the success I need.
All right. So what are you looking forward to most the rest of the season? Is there a particular event, anything going on? Because
well, Britain's Cup. Of
course. Yeah, that's right. Congratulations for being the captain's pick.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Sorry, I'm a terrible teammate.
No, it's all good. I'm really excited to go back there. It was such an incredible event last year, so I'm glad that I get to be on the team again, and I'm really appreciative of that pick for sure. But really, my biggest goal is to just get another win. Keep trying to be at the top and get better at my game. Perfect some of the shots that I still struggle with. That's kind of where I'm at. What
is your weakest place? What is your weakest area?
Definitely the shorter approach shots, anything from 50 to 75, 80 yards, I struggle with. The form, I can't get it down. I'm coming in kind of hot. I can't get the height on it. So yeah, that's what it is.
Well, listen, you guys should work out a deal, because she can't throw it as far as she needs to, but she does pretty well from 75 yards in.
I've seen that, and I think I even told her, I was like, that's impressive.
All right, Amy. So we'll get you out of here on this. Who do you want to say thanks to or recognize for getting you where you are?
Definitely, my family first and foremost. They've, let me dedicate a lot of time to this. We've probably missed out on some family vacations and things along those lines because I'm using a lot of my time to come to this, but they're willing to do that for me, and I couldn't be, more thankful for that. Definitely Showtime. He's been, such a mentor for me the last couple of years. And I wouldn't be where I am without him. All the local people here that play, Britt for being a rival, but a friendly rival. We've got a good thing going on. And I just appreciate everyone, at American Classic and the fling golf community. And I love you guys.
Well, listen, congratulations on a big win. Congratulations on getting to number one. We look forward to see what you're going to do next. And we definitely appreciate you taking a few minutes to jump on the podcast and be with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Absolutely. Thanks, hon. All right. Up next, first I have to apologize to Robbie. I accidentally misspelled his last name on his intro slide.
Well, you didn't ask me to proofread.
Well, listen,
this time, so that's what happens.
Come on. There was a lot of stress leading up to these podcasts. So anyway, next we're going to talk to the final play-in spot on the men's side for Team USA. Big Mac himself, not only did he earn the final play-in spot, but man, he had a great weekend as well. So I'm anxious to hear what he has to say. So let's bring on right now Robbie McClay, aka Big Mac. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm still feeling excited. Can't wait for Britain's Cup. That's been something I've been looking forward to for quite a while now. I feel like I've been on the edge for a few tournaments, and making it finally happen is something that's dream come true.
Yeah, so that's really my first question. Whether it was, never really talked to you about it, but like, has that been one of your goals? And were you eyeing that spot coming into the New Swarm Classic weekend?
I was trying to play it cool mentally because I've been eyeing the spot for a while now, and specifically North Carolina last year, I thought I had it in the bag. I was shooting really well through the first 18 and then kind of blew it in the final 9 and also lost that spot and then did something similar in the next tournament. So mentally, I just told myself I'm not going to think about the spot. I'm just going to think about the tournament. And if I do well in the tournament, the spot will follow. So it worked out.
So listen, we appreciate the background right there. I see you got the belt. See, you got the belt hanging behind you there, man.
I do.
That's
It
awesome.
normally hangs up on the wall in our game room, but I figured I'd do this outside. It's a beautiful day today, so.
So even though you got the Team USA spot, like, you really had a good tournament also.
Yeah, no, it felt great.
Like,
I tweaked my oblique in South Carolina, and I've been not playing 100% golf since then, but I think I've been playing my best golf since then, so it's been teaching me some lessons.
so you think you've taken a little bit off of it and gotten better?
Absolutely. I haven't thrown a shot harder than 80% in the last 2 tournaments, and I seriously feel like I've played my best golf the last 2 tournaments. Didn't finish as well as I wanted to in South Carolina because I really struggled the last 3 holes with the injury, but up until that point, I was shooting even, so I was pretty happy.
Terrible injury to have.
Yeah. And like, we both had that.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I don't know that we had it to the extent that you had it, but like, it's kind of debilitating in terms of being able to play fling golf.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. Tim Durr knows too. It's a rough
For
one.
sure.
He's shaking his head down in the green room going, yep.
Yeah, but
All right,
I'm mostly.
I just have to say one thing. So, timeout for Robbie, and I have to give a tremendously large kudos to his wife. Okay, the box isn't big enough, honey. Brittany Maricoin, she played lights out. I just stood there in awe of her at times. Like, how is this chick?
Yeah, get in here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So not only did Robbie have
I don't know what the question is, though.
game of his life, Brittany did too, and I'm proud of her. So I had to say that. Now back to Robbie.
Wow.
I'm glad you did because I'm
Man.
shocked how well she played. I mean, I knew she had it in her, but 5 birdies on Sunday is amazing. 3 in a row. I mean, I haven't done either of those in tournament play, so I'm just absolutely floored by how well she did.
So what was the best part of your game over the weekend you feel like helped you get not only you finished 3rd, correct? Is that correct? Finished 3rd? Tied for 3rd?
Yeah.
Or 3rd
And,
alone?
I think it was alone.
Okay, 3rd.
But yeah. I think my approach game, specifically the 90-yard to 130-yard range, which has been my kryptonite.
Well, Amy Lewis needs some help. So
I think it's the same shot for her, but for me, but scaled wise, it's the same shot. But I spent all off season on it, and I feel like I finally found my natural swing at that distance. So
nice.
Yeah, that felt great.
So what was, when you guys left and you knew that you had the Team USA spot, how did you feel going home, and what was the trip home like knowing that you had made the squad?
It was awesome. Honestly, we had a 4.5-hour drive back, and we didn't turn music on or podcast once. We just sat there and just broke down our weekends with each other with a smile on our face the entire time because we had a fantastic time playing, hanging out with the community. ACGC did a great job throwing the event. Just all around, it was a great weekend.
Fantastic, man. Well, Robbie, listen, we're excited to have you on Team USA. Looking forward to getting to actually Might be one of the ways that you and I get to play together at
I
some
know.
point.
I hope so. I hope
That would
so.
be we could be a pairing, I guess.
Yeah.
So congrats on all that. Congrats on your game. You're definitely getting better every tournament. Glad you're healthy. Like, who do you want to say thanks to or shout out or recognize as we get you out of here?
Biggest shout out and thanks to my wife, Brittany, Cup of Tea. She's amazing. She supported me the whole way. And, throughout that, she saw how fun and amazing the people were. And she said, I think I'm going to try that. And she's kicked butt. So she inspires me to keep playing and to keep getting better. And I just appreciate the heck out of her.
All right, man. Well, thanks for joining us for a few minutes, man. Again, congrats. We're excited to see what you're going to do at the next event, and excited to see what you're going to do overseas in the Britain's Cup, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks, man.
So I will say that
Now there's a big box.
Oh, hey. So I will say that what excites me about both Brittany and Robbie is that they were both newcomers. They both got the newcomer award.
Oh, yeah.
As did I. And look where they are now.
So what are you saying?
So
What are you
guess
saying?
where I'm going.
You're going up?
I'm trying.
You got to throw it further first, but you're close.
Oh, is my swing speed not fast enough?
Your swing speed isn't fast enough. And
No,
if we're going to be
well-
honest, I could bring up 5 players down here. They're going to say that your technique is fantastic, but it's just the swing speed. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. We are where we are. I don't know.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Good night.
You know what Lala said?
She said, tell me to shut up.
She would. She did. She's like, don't you worry about what he thinks about your swing speed.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I'm not being critical.
She said it would come when I got there.
I want to see you be successful more than anybody.
I know.
I would rather see you win than me win.
Well, you might as well put that on the back burner for a hot second.
All right. Anyway. All right. So we're going to bring up Aqua John next. So we're going to talk about the West Virginia doubles championship. And I do apologize, Aqua John. I ran out of time to get you a fancy schmancy a lead in, but make sure you turn your mute off, Aqua John.
Oh, there he is. Oh wait, we heard him for a hot second.
No, that wasn't him. I don't think it was him. Oh, there we go. All right,
Yeah,
here we
it
go.
was.
All right, the man, the myth, the legend, the
and my favorite human.
yeah, your favorite human,
One of my favorite humans.
and the coordinator of the West Virginia Doubles Championship at Cape and Springs Farms, Aqua John. Thanks for being with us. Excited to talk to you about the upcoming event. What do you got for us?
Well, it's just amazing to see how this event has evolved. Those who were there at the very beginning when it was the first regional tournament, and then to find a place in this kind of state versus state that was happening, and then evolve into a doubles last year, and now feeling like it's coming to its own this year. So far, there's already 10 teams, roughly 10 pairings in each of the men's and the co-ed, so they're evenly balanced at this point. There's a number of people that haven't signed up yet. What's going to be interesting in the pairings this year is there's the men's returning champions are there, but and the second place pairing is intact. But you go beyond that, and there's going to be some very interesting pairings, both in the mixed doubles, some brand new teams, and in the men's. It's going to be a very competitive both areas. One was stronger than the other last year, but both pairings are going to see some major competitions play out. And those who have followed my trajectory in the sport and where I'm going with my youth development, the new angle this year is in the Pro-Am in particular, that we're going to be able to have some of the local middle school, high school kids come out, some other people who are new to the sport who want to have a chance to play with the pros. And this is all being filmed as part of a documentary movie that a leading West Virginia filmmaker is putting together that's going to take place either Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The focus is the youth. Those who were around in 2024 were there for, it was all about just fling golf in general. And so we were all stars, we were all part of the project, but this time the focus is going to be on the youth and particularly the Pro-Am. people have been asking about the Pro-Am. I'm still working on a sign-up, whether it's going to be a Google Doc, something to that degree. It's outside of World League Fling Golf. It's being sponsored by Fling for All. All the cash prizes and prizes come from my company, Fling for All, not from World League Fling Golf. So I'm putting together a way to sign up. I'll have that done by the end of this weekend. So stay tuned for that piece of it. A couple of changes for you regulars who've been to Cape Town. One of the things is on Friday, we are having dinner in the dining room instead of up on the hill. We're still going up on the hill afterwards. And in fact, Friday's open anytime. The resort itself will be closed that week before. But anytime anyone wants to stay there Friday for practice round, whatever time of morning, the course is open. There's no tee times like other places. You just go out and play, and people will be able to come and enjoy. The first meal is the dinner in the dining room. We're still going up on the hill afterwards. I have a couple of fun mixes that are going to happen up there. Of course, Lost Barrel, our sponsor, is going to have free-flowing Lost Barrel products, and Sam Busey actually joined our Highland Deer call last night to make an announcement that'll have a few brand new beverages. Some made with Cape and Water, some with not, but there'll be some. It'll be free flowing and available to all. So no one will go thirsty from either Cape and Water or some brews with Lost Barrel, which is going to be awesome. But I'm working on a few fun tweaks of things we've done over the years. We've had a press conference years past. We've shown some fun fling golf movies that have been homemade, that have been fun, and some skill challenges. So all that is still kind of being determined based on whether or not we have some demos and clinics with the youth programs we're doing. Saturday, people recall polar plunge in the pool before breakfast. That's always a highlight for some and an avoidance for others. But that's not a problem either way. If what people are going to end up doing. And then the format, the schedule is still all up there. I won't bore you with going through all the details, but we do a scramble on Saturday afternoon, and we do an alternate shot on Sunday. The one thing that's different on Saturday is we're inviting the rest of the guests that are there that weekend to join us Saturday night for dinner on the hill. So they'll be able to be with us and enjoy our camaraderie, see firsthand, what's going on. We got incredible amount of fun random prizes going on beyond the cash prizes Lost Barrel is doing. So that's always a good time. And then on Sunday, we'll still have the two awards we kind of started from my memory at the Potomac Highlands, and it's kind of hit or miss whether it happens at other tournaments. But there will be a best dressed, so be prepared for that. And there will be a Spirit of Fling. You all may recall that Brian and Sherry Marchand won that inaugural award last year, and so we'll be giving that again with some special prizes with that. So that's kind of my overview, but I'm sure as you hardcores do, you have questions and things I have covered. So I'll pause.
The most pressing question for the Harveys is there going to be campfire sing-along Saturday night?
So because it is a working weekend for me, and actually an inside scoop is this is also the weekend I scheduled to have, we have something that really helps us as a business, and that's a guest council. We have about 16 members of our longtime guests who not only give us feedback about how we're doing and how we can do things better, but they also are a great resource to disseminate information to the rest of our guests. And they are going to be around that weekend for their annual meeting. And so they will insist that there is a campfire sing-along. It is a working weekend for me, so yes, there will be a campfire sing-along.
I know some
we're not going to recreate the karaoke night that we had in Delaware, but there'll be some fun.
Well, listen, if you need someone to help you with campfire sing-along, I don't know how many people know this, but Jacob Hooter can flat out sing his butt off.
And play guitar. He's gonna be mad at you now.
I don't care. Like, listen, I stumbled across one of his videos of him singing at church. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, flat out amazing. And then don't forget we've got Roadrunner and Bulldog Mama could do a little duet for us also. Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Well, there will be no excuse because you'll say, well, I didn't bring my guitar, but we have a guitar on site.
Awesome. So are you still anticipating, how does your recruitment of, I know you mentioned the kids earlier, but is the recruiting process still going well for getting kids involved or?
Well, this is where I'm counting heavily on the local PE teachers to be the ones on the ground. And what's been exciting to see is that the PE teachers themselves are excited. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't a doubles team coming out of to the PE teachers to participate in that
cool.
weekend because they're being great role models for their kids. And
That's really awesome
so
for your food there.
this is why this documentary is so important for us, is to be able to give the kids a chance to be showcased. And the end result is, and those who missed it in Delaware for my book signing, there will be another book signing. And for those who didn't know, that is one of the largest fundraisers for me to pay for the documentary films. So yeah, the Flingoff Tales, autographed by the author, will be available over the weekend as well.
So Commissioner Poolidge and I talked about also trying to do a short version of the WLF Unleashed podcast Saturday evening after the round is over. Would you be able to help us facilitate that in some way?
Yeah, of course, because we're out in the nowhere, as you know,
Right.
Wi-Fi is kind of tough. But we've done a live Facebook press conference up on the hill, so yes, we can certainly make that be part of the Saturday evening festivities before the campfire.
All right, cool. Well, Aqua John, we'll get you out here, give you a chance. Is there anything you want to say to wrap up or prepare us for one of the coolest events on the WLF Tour, the Western Union Doubles Championship?
Those who want to plan ahead, do so for the extras at Capon. It is an all-inclusive weekend that covers, all the golf, all the food, and all the activities. But the spa is something separate. And so, if you want to be able to enjoy the spa, Friday afternoon is your chance to get some times in before anyone else. So, I would highly recommend you go to the website and email or call the spa directly to make sure you have some of those times, because that's the one thing you do need to plan ahead.
All right, man. Thank you for awesome information. We're looking forward to getting a chance to be a part of the documentary. And I think my wife's actually looking forward to the polar plunge.
Yeah, I am.
She said she was going to do it.
That's good. Well, this is the medal I got for second place last year. So I'm putting this to challenge. As I said, it's going to be very competitive. So we're going to see a lot of interesting pairings and a lot of teams. There's even a couple of all-female teams, which is going to be pretty awesome.
Right there, yeah. Her and Mrs. Hooter. So, all right, Aqua John, thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yep. You all take care.
Hey,
See you soon.
All right. All right. So,
Jared Culver, he's good.
Well,
Jeff has no problem doing a polar
oh
plunge.
yeah, I'm all in.
We actually have a plunge.
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm in,
Yeah.
Jared. Let's do it. Make sure you bring, if you're going to be there, make sure you bring your gear. We'll do it together. All right, guys. Up next, we're going to talk to Tim Durr. Almost called him Tim Hooter. We're going to talk to Tim Durr, and he's going to talk to us about this website he's created for player statistics, where you can look up about any possible thing you want to know about your stats or another player on tour's stats. So, Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Before we get into the stats stuff, let me just say a big congratulations to you, to Showtime, to Amy, to Robbie. I mean, some of my closest friends on the tour and in the community. So want to shout all you guys out first and congratulate you for your performance because it was really great to see. So wanted to do that off the top. But yeah, let's get into it. Some very exciting stuff that I've been working on.
So give us a quick background of how this developed before I bring up your graphic.
So the story actually involves Showtime, which most Fling Golf stories do.
Shocker.
He messaged me because he helps out, create some of the content for the WLF Instagram page. And he was like, dude, I'm so frustrated. I can't, it's so hard to figure out who has most top tens. And I want to do these head-to-head graphics that he's done a ton of now. And so the first one was Main Event and Zach. So he wanted to do that, but he's like, I want to see how they finish head-to-head against each other. I don't want to look through all the stats. So I use this platform that's like a coding platform, AI. It's called Lovable. And I basically just threw a bunch of our content and stats that John and I have worked on with rankings and stuff over the years in there. And I was like, hey, dude, check this out. Like, you can do a head to head of anybody against another player and get their stats and everything. And then it just kept building from there to where now John has launched on the front end worldleagueflinggolf.com. So that's where you can go to get all of this content, worldleagueflinggolf.com. He and his marketing crew and everything at Fling Golf at New Swarm, they are kind of running that first layer. They're going to do a bunch of great stuff to feature players, show schedule, show upcoming events, and then kind of within that website is the stats platform that I helped build that we can share here in a minute and kind of dive into some of the cool stuff that you can see on there.
Awesome, man. So you ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, okay. So we're pulling up. We're going to be real small on the right side, but Tim's going to go through the actual website that he developed with us here in the center. So take it away, man.
Yeah, so I won't dive too deep. Really encourage everybody to go and play and check it out. But this is worldleagueflinggolf.com. We just launched it today. So if you go to the site, you may get that not secure site message. You can kind of click through that and continue to site. That'll be fixed in a day or two as we finalize some things. But yeah, this first page is it's the landing page. It's all the stuff, upcoming tournaments. This is all the stuff that John and everybody at New Swarm working on. There's you guys featured prominently with the official podcast. So a lot of cool stuff within that page. But then if you click up here, you got a lot of different options. You go to stats. And so this takes you to the stats hub that I built. And I'm really trying to put everything that, the major sports have out there, all of the player data, past event history, and really make it the place to go if you want to learn, just about WLF and professional fling golf. So I'll highlight kind of quickly, we have the player database, so you can see player profile, career stats, event history, a lot of cool stuff there. We're adding team events, the official rankings are on there, previous results, so much cool stuff within that. So I'll click onto the player database for a second, just to kind of show one cool thing, and we'll use you as an example here, Jeff. So everybody has a profile, and so right now the bio that is in there is just kind of a AI kind of assisted, did you win events, what's your best finish, that type of thing. So if you see here, suggest and edit, so Jeff, you can go on here and you can update your hometown, you can put a bio, you can add a profile picture. We really want to kind of crowdsource this part of the site, similar to how on Golf Genius you can kind of customize your profile, because we want the players to have the opportunity to post their content. But you'll see on here is really just a ton of information that we want people to dive into, your career trend line, of the rankings of your events, just so much information that I've been able to kind of put up on this site. But yeah, the player database is recommend anybody out there, if you want to update your bio, add a profile picture, go and add it. Austin, you can't go and put up, like a clown picture for Sam or anything. It does go through approvals, so you can't mess with somebody else's page. So it has to come through me for the approvals before it goes live on the site.
The gatekeeper.
Yeah, I'll make sure that the bios are accurate, so nobody can kind of build themselves up too much. But yeah, it was a ton of great stuff. Some cool things on this. Oh,
yeah, pull up the compare thing where you were talking about Cutter still beating my behind in one area.
So yeah, that's in the advanced stats here. So we have this stat that we call dope. So it's your kind of basically how many people you finished ahead of in an event. So you see in the men's, Austin, Sam, they're up at the top. So Austin in his career, he's only finished, behind a handful of people because he's usually finishing in the top, 2 or 3 in the field. So if you go over to yours, you're like, wow, Harvey's won all these events in a row. How come he's behind Cutter? Well, it's because
it's not very dope. It's not very dope, Tim.
So it's really in your first event, you finished 7th, and that kind of knocked you back a little bit. But then you've been dominant since then. Well, Cutter kind of only loses to you. He's basically second or third in every event. So he's only finished behind 6 people. So I think if you win the next event, you'll pass him officially on this stat. But that's about the only place that he's ahead of you in the stats right now. And then on the compare page, since you were talking about Tomcat earlier,
Yeah.
we can see head to head. He does have more top 10s than you.
What?
It's because he's played more events.
The Tomcat is beating me up in top 10s.
He has more top 10s than you've even played in events. But you're ahead of him in a few other categories. But no, I mean, that's what we wanted it to be. We wanted it to be a place that you can come and you can compare stats of people that you're chasing, people that you're trying to beat. I mean, you look in like the men's division. I mean, Sam and Austin have kind of been the rivalry, going back. So there's just a ton of stuff here to kind of talk about those stats on these pages. And then the last thing I'll kind of highlight, wanting everybody to dive in, deeper on their own, is a cool thing that we have. Is if you're a stats nerd like I am, and I know some other people are, or even if you're just curious, you can bring up yourself and kind of estimate, and we'll use you as a example, Taylor, because you're now officially ranked. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And a girl.
So if you want to say, hey, in Pennsylvania, if I go and I finish 5th, and you can kind of pick people who might not be in the field or might be in the field. And you can kind of see, hey, here's where I'd have to finish to move ahead of these people. So if you finish 5th, Leslie would have to beat you to stay ahead of you in the rankings. You'd have to beat them by a couple spots. But it's really cool. You can just kind of see, hey, what is your pathway to a top 10? And if you have a good finish in the next event, it's a pretty realistic pathway to get to the top 10.
Thanks a lot, Tim. So now the next 4 hours of my life, I already know what we're doing.
Good. We need the engagement. Spend a couple hours on the site.
Hey, so we actually got a question for you here from Cup of Tea. She says, "Can you compare cross divisions?"
You can. It will exclude certain things. Let's do a 1-to-1 here since we're talking. We'll do the 2.
Oh, I like what you did there. I like it.
So it'll show cross division, especially in these stats, head to head. It'll show who finished higher. You're playing in different divisions, but yeah, it'll import everything. And this top area is probably a really cool place. To kind of look.
Big Mac has more top 10s than her.
Yeah.
That seems to be the money category. That's the money category right there.
She does have some more wins though. I know he's still chasing one of those.
Dude, this is awesome, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're constantly building things, constantly adding stuff. If anybody has an idea, I can try to make it happen. I mean, honestly, that's been a lot of what we've built out so far was, I shared this with Austin earlier. I shared it with Hooter, which I know you were going to call me Tim Hooter. I mean, he's like a brother to me, but we're not that
Sorry,
close.
man. Yeah. We just talked about him singing. It was in my mind.
Which I watched those videos. You told me about him in Delaware. Heck of a singer.
Can he not sing?
Yes. Has pipes.
Yep, he's got some pipes.
Yeah, so
so where does this go next? Do you just want people to get on there and mess with it? Like, is that the goal for right now?
Yeah, so I think right now we want people to go to worldleagueflingolf.com, check things out, look into your own stats, update your bios, suggest an edit, and I'll go in there and approve those. And we really we want it to be the source because I have a couple blog posts in there and I'm going to add more. But basically in that I say, we have such passion in this sport. We have so many people who are dedicated, but we just didn't at the time, in previous years, have that capacity to build out the professional stats side, that allowed us to really present ourselves with other professional sports, everything from, major leagues to other sports like pickleball and disc golf and stuff. They have really robust stats pages, and I'm just like, that's what we need. And, so every time I talk to people in the community, there's always so much of those conversations, and now you can kind of settle some of those debates of, people who maybe they haven't played in too many recent events, but they played a couple years ago. You can kind of stack up and see how you compare to some newer players, and really a lot of cool stuff to see, and it's the historical database as well. I mean, it's going to have rankings. It's going to have it has past events. It kind of has all of that. We're adding the hole by hole data, so we're going to add some more stats around that, and we're really going to just build out a full professional platform for Fling Golf Stats.
Very cool.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
This only further proves how very vast the talent is in our Fling community.
Yes, unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, first of all, we know how smart he is because he's the only one who understands the point system. So, like,
I was do I need to like break down anything that the commissioner might not have covered? Okay.
No, we're gonna leave it alone.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Tim. Thanks. Appreciate you being on here tonight, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yep. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, we're going to transition immediately over to the man, the myth, the legend from North Carolina, David Norton, and we are going to talk. We're going to be talking with him about the Kerr Lake Open, the regional that's coming up the very week after the West Virginia Doubles Championship. So, Dave, welcome to the show, man.
What's going on, guys? You doing all right?
How you doing?
Doing good. Not bad. Just trying to get things rolling.
I like the Fling Golf background right there, man. How many sticks you got?
I got a few. I got a broken one here too.
Oh yeah,
one in there somewhere.
You got that broken one from somebody we know?
It's somebody. It's in there somewhere.
Listen, the best part of the story isn't the broken stick. It's how long it took to break the stick.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll end up just putting a shaft over by the Memorial out of bounds area that Austin asked about last year.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, so getting into the serious stuff. Listen, I think everybody is super excited about this regional event that you've put together. I mean, I've heard nothing but buzz about it. I think I didn't get to play it, but it sounds like everybody just loves this golf course for a Fling Golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. I guess mainly because the community's great. So one, hats off to Kerr Lake Country Club and the members too, because they really love this thing and they can't wait to see everybody. They've been talking about it, so it's going to be fun. Without the community like this, it's hard to do what we can do here.
Yeah. So when did you guys start? Like, was this something you've been talking about, or was it after the season started and you kind of decided to try to put this regional on?
Well, it goes back all the way when we first started. I guess this is our fourth year or third year going on. And, when Jonathan got me into it, I just seen something. I seen something that can happen, particularly at this golf course. This golf course is great for it. And ever since then, I say, hey, let's go. We did it last year, and everybody loved it. And Margarita Mike's already setting stuff up on my back porch here for Friday night. So
there's already a comment about Margarita Mike.
Listen, we have a Margarita
Mike. He's something else. He's a hoot, that's for sure. If y'all haven't met him, you got to when you get here.
All right, so since we are going to be the Kerr Lake rookies, like, what is it about this course you think sets up so well for Fling Golf specifically?
Well, the adaptability for the course, because the yardage markers almost fit perfectly to the Fling Golf yardages. We did add some super senior ladies tee boxes, which actually I had Catherine, when Sam and them came up and played, I had Catherine try these green tees out, because I noticed last year a lot of the ladies were a little farther than what I would have thought they would have been. So hopefully this will help it out, what we got coming for them this year.
All right. So what can you tell us about the event? What you've got going on for the event? Who's involved? I know you talked about promoting some sponsors. So get into that with us.
Well, to start with, on Friday night, we thought we'd come up with something fun. We missed those. Well, I did. I loved it in Florida when we first came. We had that skills competition. That was pretty cool. But we haven't seen anything like that really since then, since the Florida. We've had a few things here and there. So we're going to do a glow ball from about 125 out.
Nice.
And old Gary Leroy showed me these balls from Volvic, and they are called the Volvic Twilight Ball. And they feel like a real golf ball. So we're going to try these things out, and that we're going to do a glow ball knockout challenge. We're going to do 125 out. Everybody throws. Everybody that misses the green is out. Everybody on the green continue on, and best person wins at the end. We'll have a cash prize for that.
What time? What time is this going to start?
Hey, probably around 8, 9 o'clock, maybe.
Oh, I think we can make it.
We're gonna have a party on the back deck here. Come on.
Close, man.
I think we can make it. It's almost our bedtime, but we'll try to push the limits.
Bro, look, we'll make it happen somehow. I mean, we're gonna have plenty of food out here Friday night for it. We're just gonna have like a hangout, so everybody that can make it, we'll have more details to come on that.
Okay.
Especially the sponsors, we got several out there. New Regimen's great. So people that likes the vape and the stuff like that, they're hooking us up. So we have to say thanks to them, and especially the people that just built our new deck for this thing. So.
All right. So how about when we get to the nitty gritty of the actual tournament? What's all going on in terms of the tournament?
So we're gonna do we like the traditional the doubles tournament. We love that. We got to try to keep that somehow incorporated into fling golf. It's fun. It's kind of a way for us to break in and get ready to play the individual. So we're gonna do a Friday afternoon. 12:30, 1, 2 o'clock or something in the afternoon. Because look, we got all evening here on Friday evening. So. And then Saturday, we're going to do our individuals. We're going to roll out Saturday morning, just like normal. We're going to start about 9 o'clock. We're going to do a rolling tea time. We're going to have a lunch and cookout by the pool. So anybody that's got kids or whatever coming, just let me know, and I will get passes for y'all and families or whatever. So maybe they can come swim at the pool, hang out there while we're out playing or whatever. So we're going to have lunch afterwards, about 12:30, 1 o'clock on Saturday. We got Skipper's Barbecue again. They're going to hook us up with some food also. So we're going to be eating from them. So, yeah, we got good stuff.
I think he froze on his
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah. I thought we lost you.
It's a bad internet.
No, I got you. Well, man, I tell you, first of all, thank you for all the effort I've watched and heard about you put into this as a regional event, man. Thank you. Appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm doing it for the players. I love playing the game. I love the sport. This golf course is great for it. And look, y'all better watch out because I'm playing in the men's, and whoever's coming, I'm going to be in that final pairing on Sunday. Yeah. I can promise.
Nice. He's calling it out now on Unleashed. He's going
right
Unleashed.
now on Unleashed. I'm making the final four pairing.
Wow.
So
I'm not playing in the men's now.
Don't worry, I'm coming next year. I'll get you then.
I know. I told my wife, I said, I better get all the wins I can get because there's a guy coming that I think he's going to be tough to beat.
Somebody's got to go for it. We all got to come for somebody, right?
Well, man, we appreciate you being on here with us. Who you want to thank or shout out or anything like that before we let you go?
Obviously, all the players. Obviously, the players definitely. If it wasn't for the players traveling, we all know how it is. This year, I'm trying to make Missouri this year, so I'm gonna try and make all the big tournaments. I'm gonna try and make some of the other regionals. Just so happens ours is the same weekend as Johnny's, but I really would like to try and make some more. But I want to thank everybody, and look, entries open, inexpensive, big prizes. I promise you.
Dude, thank you, man. We're looking forward to that. Looking forward to being down there with you and experiencing the Kerr Lake Open and this golf course because everybody who's played there just raves about it.
Yeah, for sure.
One real quick thing, too. I just found out this evening at a board meeting. There is a place that just opened up, and I'm going to find the details on it. It's literally right across the street from the golf course. A place opened up a bunch of Airbnbs out on his property. And supposedly we were supposed to get a tour of it from what I've been hearing.
Great.
But they opened up and they're ready. And if anybody's interested in that's coming, let me know because I'm going to reach out to them and see what they can do for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and anybody who would be interested in going in on Airbnb, let the Harveys know because we're going to make the trip.
Well, there's definitely some good places here at the lake on Airbnb. Get with Aqua John. I know he stayed at a good place.
All right, man. Thank you, buddy.
All right,
Appreciate you
guys.
being on here tonight, man. We'll see you.
Absolutely, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you guys soon.
All right, we'll see you, man.
Later.
All right, up next, we're going right into the final regional conversation we're going to have tonight with Sabotage Johnny Sands, way out west, the Fox Den Pro Am. Johnny, thanks for being on the show tonight, man. And tell us about your event. It's always.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. We got you.
Okay. Thanks for having me. First off, I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
what was your question? I'm getting
Oh,
my feedback on this
no, I
side over
just
here.
said your event's the same weekend on the other side of the country. So just tell us about what your event, what you got planned.
Well, first of all, I think just having two events at the same time is pretty exciting for the
Yeah,
for playing golf. I've had to
absolutely.
drive 12 and a half hours just to get the closest to play any of you guys. So that just shows me that this sport's really growing in the right direction. And with what we're doing with the Fox Den, yeah, June 6th and 7th, it's first off, it wouldn't have never happened without the community support. With these sponsors, they've really been amazing. So anyone that comes out on Wednesday, that's going to be June 4th, June 5th. No, actually, Wednesday's June 3rd. So Thursday, June 4th, I'm taking people out to Panda Race Village Golf Course, which, man, that's God's country out there, where you're pretty much playing with a bunch of deer and bear and just,
Cool.
you can hear a pin drop out there, Harvey. You'd love it.
That's awesome.
So for me, um, I went out there last week. They're going to give away a lot of free rounds of golf, which anyone that flies in, it's not going to help them, but it's going to go for like a year. So when they come back, because I'm pretty excited they made this a regional event.
Yeah.
So next year I plan on doing even bigger. So Thursday we'll play Panda Ray. People will come in. Friday they'll do practice rounds at Gene Tourist Golf Course. And then we have a pre-registration at the El Fidel Historic Hotel. Beautiful place. I kind of want to get the registration done. I don't think people like doing registration at like 7 in the morning, 7:30. So I thought we could all get together. Um, El Fidel, they're going to put out food for us. Really nice. These ladies are amazing there. We'll have some music. People can, drink from the bar, eat some food, register, and then that night there is live music at the plaza. So people, it's all free. Our town really comes alive here. 11,000 population, little gunslinger town here. So,
Nice.
from there, yeah, we'll do a shotgun Saturday morning. But throughout, with everyone donating, like we have a lot of restaurants that have donated some gift certificates. So I'd like to start, I'm pretty much going to do a raffle throughout the whole weekend. We'll do a raffle Friday night. That way, if someone wins those restaurant, they can utilize that throughout the weekend. Help them save some money too. I have to give a shout out to Comfort Inn Suites. We all know how expensive it gets to travel and stay in hotels. And man, these guys came to me $87 a night. That's with tax and fees and breakfast included.
That's great.
So,
That's a great deal.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
a
that was
great.
pretty helpful. Saturday, it'll be the shotgun, probably about 8:30. We'll finish at hopefully around 1. Fusion Taco, another one of our premier sponsors. They are attached to our clubhouse. So we share this huge wraparound deck. People will be able to just go right from flinging, get some tacos. And the funny thing is, and you're going to laugh at this, is I've been looking. I have a couple people set up for live music on Saturday while we're eating. But man, I got Hoop Man coming, I guess, and I think I'm done looking. I'm just gonna hand Hoop Man a guitar and let him go.
The search is over. I promise you.
Well, and he wants to do a fundraiser for the USA trip, and I said, heck yeah, no problem. But we might have to set him up in a karaoke competition while he's down here, and see if he can win some money.
Have
But
you have you have you heard him sing?
I've never heard him
Dude,
sing.
YouTube.
you got to check him out.
Well, and I guess Nap does a bunch of music too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might have a duo here.
Yeah. You got the
We
Doobie
might be
Brothers.
able to just send everyone to London, and who knows? We might just cut an album while they're out here.
Just bring the whole
But
crew.
yeah, getting back to it, um, this is going to be an awesome tournament. I mean, I was just expecting to do something fun. We got some pros in our area, um, and then to get the reaction from those guys to come, it was awesome. And I don't know if it's from me driving 3 or 4 times to Texas and putting in the miles, but it's sure nice to know, like, I'm gonna wake up and go 2 minutes, and I'm on the course to play. Um, so then we'll have Saturday. They'll be able to, when we're done, I have a whole list of things for them to do. We got the hot springs. We have 10 minutes out of town. 7 natural hot springs sits right
Aqua
on the
John.
Guyanas River. You're going to be able to get up in the morning. It opens up at 6. If you want to go sit in the hot springs before you hit the links, that's for you. Um, I don't know. When was the last time you've been to a drive-in movie theater?
They're all closed.
There's like
Okay. Ours is open. So
Wow.
we're going to have the drive-in theaters open. I mean, we have the wildlife refuge. There's so much. We have the Story Lake 5 minutes away. If someone wants to go jump in the lake or bend some poles, catch some fish, that's all there.
All-inclusive fling golf tournament.
right. It sounds like it for sure.
I've been trying to, it would be nice to have ESPN at one time come out here and do. Next year, we're going to do one day at Gene Torres Golf Course, which I'd like to give a huge shout out to those guys. They let me just have free range out there. Pretty much, our community's small, so a lot of us donate our time. Like I take the 7th hole. That's my responsibility. So we're really tight. So whenever we want to do anything, they're pretty open to it. We're all very responsible with the course. It's like our backyard. So Saturday, they'll be able to do all their stuff. And then Saturday night, I haven't picked the restaurant yet, but I'm going to pick one, obviously, from our sponsorships. I got a ton of sponsors that I'm just super happy with. And then next year, it's going to make it a whole lot easier. You're just going to go back to the sponsors and be like, all right, it's that time of year again,
Yeah.
And it'll just be running a lot smoother. Me putting this together by myself, plus running my own business, man, I didn't know what I was getting involved in, but now I know. I've done a bunch of Harley events and put those on, but really it wasn't from me doing everything. And this one, I'm doing everything, and hopefully it'll turn out amazing to where I'll get some more help next year. But
You
Sunday,
definitely put in the work, man.
well, and that's what it takes. And again, I'll tell you this, Harvey, when I first came into this, it was all about me. You know what I mean? When I first learned this, I was like, oh man, I want to take this to the next level. I want to be number one and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, man, when God puts this in my lap at 53 years old, first off, my mindset's different than what I was in my 20s and 30s. And this sport has so much to offer our community, your community, everyone's community, and it's so fresh. So we're at the helm, bringing this to our community, being a positive, entity. I believe. I have a lot of veterans here that, this has changed their life. Just getting them out on the course, breathing the fresh air, listening to the birds, get some UV rays on there, and it's a blessing to me. So to me, it's not about me at all. I spent a lot of money to go to South Carolina, I'll tell you that. And that was a blast. And man, that again, though, to get my pro status, to meet everyone. And so I caused a little drama before, which was fun. Obviously, that's what we all wanted on Facebook, but most people know who I am now. And they know I'm at this with nothing but love.
Yeah,
And,
you're a good dude. You're a good
that's
dude.
all I want to bring.
You're a good dude, brother.
So Sunday we'll do the final rounds, and this is something I've been wanting to do, and I'm a little disappointed I haven't got it yet. But we're going to announce on Sunday. I'm going to do it because I'll be in the last group, and if I can't win on my own home course, I'm in trouble.
Time out. David Norton said he guaranteed at his event he would be in the final group. So is Johnny Sands going to throw down the same hammer?
Let me tell you this. David Norton's not playing the young 34-year-old hoop man that's coming off some amazing wins. And for me, first off, I get a shout out to Hoop Man. I also want to give a shout out to Austin because I know that win in Delaware was really important to him. He expressed that to me. He said, I've pretty much done everything in this, Johnny, but I haven't won in Delaware, and I haven't done it in front of the kids. So, Austin, congratulations on that, brother. I know that was important to you. Right on for that. But the guys I got coming out here, man, we're talking. Most of you guys never even seen Todd Nath, and this dude,
that dude can play.
He can.
That dude can throw it.
And I'm going to tell you this. In Corpus Christi, I seen him take a couple lines, and I said, "Yeah, I'm going to follow that." Well, in Kerrville, I said, I'm just going to go ahead and lay up over here. I mean, we were playing in a 6,000-yard course and 30-something mile-hour winds, and this dude still hit a par 505 yards. He stuck it right on the fringe of this island green in two. Yeah.
And two.
And then I'm like, all right, let's see what a sidecar is going to be. Puts it like a foot away, tap in birdie. When you guys get a chance to play with this guy, Todd Knapp, I mean, he's a blessing. First off, he's just a great guy. You know, him and Hooter really remind me of the same guy, just really humble. You know, they love the sport. They want to help in any way. And these are the people I want to be around. And I'm really stoked that these are guys that are in my region because at the end of the day, I know Austin, man, he's back at number one. I'm just glad I have Hooter and Nat for me to chase. And so coming back to your question, if I'm going to do it, this is going to be the time to do it. I played this course hundreds of times. They were going to play it once or twice. And I'm not playing 6,000. This is my time to create. This is my tournament. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about making it, what was Delaware, 4,300?
Yeah, 4,300.
I was thinking 3,900 would be good. You know what I mean? But Harvey, and this is another thing, and if you WLF, John, Alex are listening, let's just move the Masters to 50, man. You got me competing against these young bucks. Let me chase one or two guys instead of 15 to 20. Because my knees ain't there anymore. You know what I mean? This old body, man, I might look young in my face, but we're old and a little rickety.
So listen, when this conversation comes up, because I get this conversation a good bit about playing up, the thing that you can't explain to someone who is younger, and this isn't a criticism of them for being younger. Yes, I can throw it as far as you once. I can't do it over and over and over.
Tell me about it. Par 5, that one 565 yards with that wind. I gave you my best one. I might have almost even charted a little bit off the tee box. I don't know. But then having to I couldn't grab my 3-wood. You know, that would have been nice. Nope, same club, same body, same power.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, people think this is a goofy sport, but it's a lot more
That's
physical than traditional golf.
100%.
We like to say it's violent.
Yeah, we actually, if you're trying to throw this as far as you can, it's a very violent movement.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
all right,
and
well, listen, back to
it's
your
important to be balanced and to throw correctly. I mean, I seen
Absolutely.
a guy I was just training. He about high centered himself on the stick. Like I'd never seen that before. I was pretty impressed with the carbon fiber taking the weight, actually. But a couple things I really want to express out here why I'm kind of here in front of everybody. When I started out in this about a year and a half ago, I believe me, you, and Delwyn, we started about the same time. And I kind of faded off from it. I went back to traditional golf. And then, like Steve Bloom, he had always been in my ear and just reaching out, making sure I'm doing it. I got to give a huge shout out to Steve Bloom. Um, I'm sad to hear he's kind of, getting his part in himself, but he's doing it for, he wants to hang out with his family and all good reasons. But Steve Bloom's helped me a ton as far as getting where I am out here with this sport. Also, the guys I watched on this was like Kenzo and Austin, and you never really expect, like, if you reach out to these guys that they would spend much time with you. They'd be, he's a newbie, and nah, absolute opposite. I've spent hours on the phone with Austin and Kenzo, and these guys are really the ones that, those are the ones I watched in the sport. Now we got all these up and coming like Hooter taking off, Sam. I don't even think Sam was really. It was really just like Austin and Kenzo was what I saw the most of. But to have those guys spend the time, I really appreciate that. And I just want you guys to know, thank you for that. I appreciate
well
that.
said. Well said, man. Well said.
And then I got to give a shout out to Delwyn, man. That crazy guy. That dude, someone told me and made me laugh. He's like the white Dong King of fling golf. and it's really no joke because I probably would have just stayed here doing my own thing. Delwyn was a big part of doing that Corpus Christi where I got to meet Hooter for the first time and I got to meet Nath, so awesome to Delwyn for putting that together and only creating a 12 and a half drive for me, 12 and a half hours. I appreciate that. But Kerrville was a little closer. That was about 9.5 hours. We're getting there.
You're getting there. And now you're going to be 2 minutes.
Now I'm going to be 2 minutes, but the people I really give the biggest shout out to is my boy Island Hopper and Mamacita.
All right.
I don't believe anyone puts in more miles in their car and I don't know, just traveling to all these different events. They should be our national ambassadors. The love they have for the sport, how cool they are. I mean, I was done, and then I was just like, "There's no way I'm going to play a pro." They were heading to Missouri last year, and they texted me because I was talking a little bit of trash,
No.
Creating, yeah, well, I talk a little bit of trash might save me a couple $1,000, and it did, So I get this call from this guy, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm Jake Anderson, and San Diego, going to Missouri, and would love to come and see you." And I was like, "Well, where are you? What route are you taking?" And they're taking the 40 through Albuquerque and heading over to, Missouri. So Albuquerque's 2 hours south of me. So they drove 2 hours north to play 9 holes, which we played, and I freaking tied this kid. I was like, man, this kid's in his 30s. He's been on the tour. Like, all right, I'm where I need to be. Tied him. He beat me in the playoff. Took him one playoff before we beat me. But I didn't care. I was like, this is all I need to see. So then they call me when they're coming back, and they said, we had a great time up there. We want to come play again. I said, heck yeah, this time, though, you guys got to stay. I want to take you to hot springs, steak dinner. We're going to do this. Play him again, and we tie. I'm like, oh, my gosh. So we go to 4 playoff holes, and I think like on the second playoff hole, I threw this one right by the frickin' pin. I probably had a 3-4 foot putt that I missed, and then he makes his 7-foot putt. So like and at the end of the day, he ends up getting the win again. I don't care. Didn't need to beat him. Just need to know where I stood. You know. So with Jake and Rosie, they really lit the fire for me.
Mm-hmm.
And got me to go. Like I was like, oh, I want to go to Corpus Christi. I want to do this. And then after going to Corpus Christi, going to South Carolina, I was like, all right, I'm back in. I want to do a tournament here. And then to get the response I did from Alex and John, them being excited about this and wanting to make this a regional, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully I get some help, or it might just be this year. I'll tell you what. No, it's going to be a really good thing. And
well, dude, man, we appreciate you. Appreciate you putting this together as another regional stop. It looks like it's going to be an awesome event. You got all kind of stuff planned for everybody. Appreciate the work you're putting in. Anybody you want to say thanks to as we wrap it up?
I got to thank God, obviously, first and foremost. None of this would be possible without our our Lord. And again, for Him to put this in my life, in my path at this time, I have to recognize it. And being sober, in the last 8 years, I'm more accountable, and you can recognize things a little easier when they're brought in your path. So I know what I need to do with this, and I'm going to do that. I like to thank, obviously, all of our players in Fling Golf and the ones to come. John, Alex, really like to thank you and Taylor for having me on here tonight and
Absolutely.
letting me, share this Fox Den. I promise you, if at one day you guys from the East are all going to just be like, we're going to this Fox Den. I promise we're going to have mariachi music. We're going to have hot springs. We're going to have, it's a gunslinger town. Doc Holliday used to have a bar here.
Dude, it sounds fun, man. We'd love to.
It's a blast. But I appreciate you guys having me. So let's see, Austin, Kenzo, people I want to thank, Delwyn, definitely. Everyone that's coming out to the Fox Den. I really thank you guys. And being it's a WLF event, it's going to be like Kerrville. So you'll pay to me, and then you'll register through WLF. And if you're a new player, you'll have to do a new registration, create your profile, and then sign into the Fox Den. But it's going to be one heck of a time. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait for it, but I can't wait for June 8th either.
All right, brother. Thank you, man, for being on here tonight.
Absolutely.
You betcha. Yeah. God bless you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yep. Take care, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Johnny.
All right, honey. Another fantastic episode. Excited to get to talk to all the players. I think it went really well tonight. I really liked it. I really enjoyed tonight.
Yeah. Me too.
So thanks for being here with me. As always, you're beautiful. I love you very much.
I love you too.
And as we like to say, it's in the can. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you all being here. And until next time, hardcore's out.